So we finally made it to the camping episode of Koichi Uso. And first off here, we get to see that, as I expected, this is just like an episode to kind of, shake things up, bring some other elements in, get to see some people having some fun time at the camp stuff, it's one of those episodes. So basically, we get to see first off that Nejima thinks that Nisaka likes Misaki. And I'm just like, okay, this kind of just reinforces exactly what he thought in another episode. And we're gonna see where that goes. Maybe Nisaka will reveal that later on. He almost did in this episode, but I don't know. That's gonna be pretty interesting. It seems like, Nejima has his little harem going on a little bit, which is like, didn't expect, like, in my head I never actually like equated it to a harem of people, but then when they were together at the camp I was just like, yeah, all these people like Nejima, so I guess it is his harem in a way, which I which I just thought was funny. And I don't know what it's something I thought about. I thought the carrying scene when Riri almost broke her ankle or something, I thought that was a little, like, retarded. Like, like, in how, not that she, like, almost broke her ankle was retarded. It was like they were holding each other, and then, like, he moved his hand a little bit, and then she's like, oh, yeah. And I was just like, okay, this is a little much. This is, this is a little stupid. But definitely just, like, again, like, I guess it was showing, like, she was tsunderaing it up again, where she's just like, oh my gosh, like, you're an idiot, blah, 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 which is then, I guess, to just equate it to, like, she likes him, but she's just, doing the tsundere act to just act like she doesn't, or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, like, I guess, but, like, why do we have to do that tropey stuff with it instead of what we do later on, which is then she, like, becomes an actual compelling character who has actual feelings and thoughts other than just being a tsundere stupid. So, I don't know. I don't like the tsundere stuff whenever they do it. I like it better when they're just doing whatever. But yeah. We get to see that Nejima has a dream, kind of. Like, he's very passionate about being a researcher for old burial mounds, and this is pretty cool. I actually like seeing that he has an actual dream that he's looking forward to. It gives us something to, like, grasp onto. Also, this is just to kind of introduce that Riri is starting to take a notice to Nejima. She's starting to see him more as a boyfriend, kind of, more than just a partner who is, like, hasn't, like, I'm just friends with you, or maybe she's this, like, we're acquaintances, but, she's starting to take more of an interest, which is pretty cool. And it definitely does come into the episode later on, which is the whole idea that, yeah, what happens when Nejima gets with Misaki in real life? What does that have to do with, like, is that going to work with society? How's that going to work? Is he going to get a good job? And basically, we learn that, and maybe this is true or not, I don't know, that Nejima's life is going to be really hard if he marries another girl that's not the one that's assigned to him. It's introduced by Nisaka, which I don't know if he's just saying this to get in the way, or if he's saying this because it's true. We'll have to see about that. But it seems like maybe if you don't get married to somebody, this is going to be a really hard life for you, and he's not going to be able to get into the college he wants, so then he can do what he wants to do at the burial mounds, which is, again, she takes an interest in his life now, so she's going to have to look out for him. And maybe this is going to be one of the motivations, other than her just, liking him, Riri liking Nejima. Maybe this is going to be another action to kind of push her to getting with Nejima, which is going to be pretty interesting. I think this is the turning point in the show. Kind of, what's going to happen when, like, she starts getting with him and she starts liking him, like, everything. It's going to be interesting. Also, they said, like, if Riri finds another guy, maybe he won't be as good and all that. So it's one of those things where you kind of think about it, the whole strains of science mixed with the strains of fate, and all that and everything. And so it's one of those overarching themes of the show about what is better in the society and what's going to be good about it. And I got, I think the Streams of Science is good, and I really see no problem whatsoever in it. And it seems like you cannot get married to somebody if you don't want to get married to somebody. That's what was presented to us by Riri. So I'm just like, oh, so if like they start loving each other and they want to be together, then they love each other and they're going to be together. If they don't love each other and they don't want to be together, then they're not going to be together, and then they can be with somebody else. Now, it seems like most of the time in the society, they actually want to be together. So I really don't see a problem with this whole Streams of Science if they actually do fall in love. And it seems like that's what it indicates, is that these people fall in love. Now, I don't now I don't know, maybe it's just these kids' perspective about what love and like not love is, like, and everything, and like, but maybe it's like a learning experience, you know, of them trying to figure it out, everything. But like, whatever. They also do these little fireflies kind of represent the world where people are striving to fall in love and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, that's nice and everything. We get to see everybody holding hands together. I'm just like, okay, that's Nejima with his little harem, you know, holding hands with the fireflies. I'm just like, that's fun. That's fun and all. But definitely, we end off here with Riri taking interest in Nejima's life. She wants to kind of go places with him, you know, about what he enjoys to do with the burial mounds. I'm just like, oh, okay. So this is clearly the turning point of the show, and we're gonna see her start taking an interest in his life more and start to like him, and we'll see which one he's gonna get with. From what I'm seeing, it seems like he's probably gonna get with Riri, and the reason I think that is because the Streams of Science put them together, but also it seems like they are taking a real interest in each other, which will then make them start falling in love with each other. And so you have two factors pushing them together rather than just one factor of love pushing Misaki and Nejima together. Now, if suddenly Nejima doesn't feel the same way as you know, Riri, then that's gonna be kind of weird, but I doubt they'll do that. I think Nejima's just gonna start liking her too, and then he'll have to decide. But yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know. But tell me what you guys think about this episode, and I will catch you guys later.